All right, so here we go with timerot versus archvenison, and this is in round 2 of the TAC Open Tournament of 2021. Archvenison in white and timerot in black. Now, interestingly enough, archvenison is in the top 10. I believe he's ranked number 9 or something. Let's take a look. Maybe he's number 8. He is... Oh, he just dropped. So he dropped down to 12, but he was previously like number 10 or number 9 or number 8 or something. Looks like they have started with adjacent corners. Timerot, however, has been playing for a lot longer than archvenison. He has been playing since early 2016, so he's one of the OGs, one of the original guys in here. And archvenison is newer, but not by that much, by a couple of years, I think. So, he's been in the game for a while, and it looks like they're going for sort of a variant on this mirrored opening, but they're going sideways, not going up and down like you would expect with this sort of adjacent corner setup. So looks like we're going this way. Oh, Pluto the Brave in the chat here as well, saying, hey there, Pluto. If you didn't see that, I did play Pluto the Brave this round as well, and we had some really good games. They were a lot of fun. We both screwed up in game 1, but yeah, they were good games. Anyway, so it looks like we're going to see white come down with the capstone and black come up with the capstone. Very much sort of a mirrored setup that we're seeing right now. And I am wondering what is going to happen here. It looks like white has a little bit of a better position just because they're going first. Black does have momentum, though. So black with momentum. Black is probably going to be placing up at b6 on the next turn, and that's so black's capstone can be thrown over here onto b3. I don't think you're going to get away with that, though, timerot. While you may be the more veteran player, archvenison, I believe, has played a few more games than you have, and nowadays that trick just doesn't quite work. So we're going to see some move here from archvenison to stop this tack threat. Going to have to make a capture, though. He is being forced to capture, and so that is a good move from timerot, forcing those captures, those flat-on-flat captures specifically. Oh, he missed it. Did he miss? Never mind. Forget everything I just said. Apparently, archvenison will fall for this trick, unless it was a misclick with the stack movement. And if it... Yep, it looks like it wasn't. That was just... Wow, that was very unexpected. Archvenison letting go a very, very easy to spot tack threat here. And just looks like he missed it. He was focused on something else, I guess, and moved up here, even though that wasn't doing anything for a threat. Yeah, that was very unexpected. I know archvenison is a very strong player, so seeing him miss on such an easy threat is painful to watch, because I know that he's going to be kicking himself pretty dang hard right now. But also, man, that's rough. That was really unexpected. And so, because this game lasted 11 moves and only took, I don't know, 4 minutes to complete, I imagine our next game is going to be quite a bit different, with archvenison really focusing in and taking a lot of time on every move. Okay, looks like we get game 2, and here they are, adjacent corners. This time with archvenison as black and timerot as white. Playing out here. This is the standard mirrored opening, where we get white off here, black off here, going sort of parallel to these. And black's early capstone with white playing off here to the side. I like that play from the capstone. I don't like white playing off here at e3. White did have momentum and basically just gave that up by playing off here at e3 instead of continuing at maybe an e4. And so gave up the momentum and also gave the black capstone a great position to drop in. And so now black has momentum in this game. And so black, I say, is in a better position right now. Let's take a look. White dropping that capstone. Okay, white's capstone's in a pretty solid spot too. Now if black's capstone comes over to capture and to make this vertical line happen, then white's capstone comes up and cuts that off completely. So I like white's capstone here. Doesn't follow a lot of the guidelines that I talk about in the Capstones video of TAC University, but it does follow a few of those. But I do like this position. I do like it. All right, black's capstone does come over. Ooh, and there we go. D2 plus, the capstone coming up. They're really in tight here. This is an interesting opening position. There's not a lot going on in terms of direct threats or progress being made, but they're setting up their positioning really, really well. And I think that's important. All right, it looks like B2 is dropped now from black. And I like that position. Black is going for this vertical threat still, but also keeping that horizontal threat possibility there as well. Being able to play here at B1 or at A2, while that does work towards this vertical threat, also works towards this horizontal threat because of the anchor point here on A1. They're able to bring over this capstone to go for the vertical, or bring C5 down to go for that horizontal. White now playing over here at A4, trying to make this connection going in this direction, but also trying to protect against black dropping maybe here at A2. But black instead dropping up above, white coming over immediately with the capstone. Now white is going to be putting pressure on to go in this horizontal direction. I think if I were black, what I'd be doing is dropping a flat right here on D3, but not doing that. Okay, all right. So white didn't have the momentum here. Black did. Black placing here at D3 would have been a good shot, I think, but instead brings the capstone over, and then white follows up by playing over here. Again, going for that horizontal threat that black could have stopped by just placing at D3. Instead, we're seeing black suck up all of these pieces underneath this capstone. Now, if you watched my game versus Pluto the Brave, you know that that can become a pretty big liability because Pluto did have, I think, at 1.7 opposing flats underneath his capstone at one point, and that really limits your mobility and what you can do with that capstone. And so I think black may have made a couple blunders here, and we'll see if he can recover from that. White no longer able to really make it for that horizontal threat in this direction anymore because of the capstone cutting everything off, but is going to try anyway, I think. Black now making that tack threat, white immediately cutting off, now bringing in another horizontal threat. So black is going to need to drop a wall here. Does do that. It was really the only play. Could drop a flat because the white flat would come down. Now, white playing up here to block black's horizontal threat. Smart plays. Let's take a look at the flat count here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're playing way too quick. I can't make a count because they're playing too fast. So it looks like they're playing this checkerboard formation up here to kind of stop these advancements. If black comes down, then white's just going to come down here, and that's going to cut everything off. White's dropping up a wall up here. Interesting. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 Comey, 10, 11 for black. Now 12 for black. So black is ahead in terms of flat count. And that is important. White coming down with that wall, trying to really cut off everything that black is doing, but black can just place up here now at D6. I'm not really sure that that wall movement was really what he wanted to do there. I think that he probably wanted to place a flat because it wasn't a attack threat yet. He could have placed a flat maybe here at d4 before coming up. It's tough to say. Tough to say. Black does decide to place at d6, and then immediately that wall stack comes over to the left. They're playing very, very quickly right now. They don't need to do that. They're both playing well under that 15-second average time because of the 15-second increment on the clock. They're each way above the initial starting time. So they need to slow down. And I know that's ironic coming from me, since I play way too quickly all the time. But they do need to slow things down a little bit if they want to stay in this game. So I think what we might see is black take e4 and bring it up onto e5. What that would do is it would create a attack threat. White would likely respond by bringing this wall stack up here onto c6. And I think that would be a good play here. White wouldn't... Ooh, black's going to place there. Okay, I see that. I see that. Placing there, he's really setting up. Black is trying to set up for a Tinue here. He's improving his position before he makes his move. Now, improving your position before you make your move is nice and all, but white could basically ruin all of that by taking e5 and bringing it over here onto f5. Then black would need to make several different captures in order to get this road threat going. So I think white making this capture here would really mess up a lot of black's plans and would force black to basically drop a wall over here on this side. But it would also work towards white's favor into building a vertical road threat here. All right, white does make that capture. Black immediately drops the wall. And then black comes over and captures. White drops a wall. I think that black is looking way better in terms of flat count right now. Now they've got this stack here that they can work with. They can bring that down with the wall, make a +3 flat count differential move. And if you're wondering what the heck is a flat count differential move, check out the FCD or flat count differential video of TAC University on the YouTube channel, and that will give you a good idea of what all that is about. Now it looks like white is setting up for this horizontal threat. Probably going to be dropping down here at b1 on the next turn if they get the opportunity, and they do that as well. Now black is going to be doing something here, maybe coming over with c1. I'm surprised that black dropped at c1 instead of b1. Really surprising there. Was probably looking at this in terms of a vertical threat as opposed to the horizontal one. Now, white is able to make a road here on the next turn, so black needs to do something to stop that, probably with this c1 to the left move. Can't move this wall down. That would also lead to a road. Doesn't want to bring this wall to the right either. I'm thinking that this is looking risky right now for black. Black made a couple blunders. Does have the flat game, I feel like, in the bag, but white is making a lot of threats and black is not responding as they should. There we go. Now we see that +3 flat count differential move. Additionally, it's setting up position for another attack threat by placing up here at d4. White gonna play there instead. Keep black from doing that. Black may decide to come up with a5 up onto a6. That would be attack threat. And you're saying, how is that attack threat? That would be attack threat by either bringing this flat stack up and capturing onto f6 or bringing this capstone stack over here onto d4. Both sort of tricky to spot those attack threats. And it may be that they only see one of those. But white would likely take this stack and bring it up here onto c6 to really cut off all of those opportunities. So it will be interesting to see what black decides to go with here. I think making that a5 plus capture is going to be the way to go, and he does go for that. Let's see. Now he's got this tack threat. It's a double tack threat, bringing this stack up, or bringing this capstone over here to the right. So b5 plus could work. 3c5 plus could work. all of those are viable options here. Also, oh no, F6 left would not work. And E5 plus, E5 left won't work either. He missed it. He missed the threat. He gave away the win. So now black can either place here or bring these up, and black takes it. That was interesting. They both... It's interesting that both of them blundered. So this is game 2 between timerot and archvenison. The first game was very, very quick. It only had 11 moves and lasted 4 minutes. And it was archvenison as black who missed a archvenison as white, who missed a very, very easy attack threat from timerot and just missed it. And then this happened the exact same way. Archvenison played this very easy to spot attack threat, and timerot just missed it and gave it away. So that it has to be brutal for both of them to experience that. I know I've done that. What feels like a billion times, and it is crushing, absolutely crushing. But yeah, those were, despite them both missing, they were still fun games to watch. Still fun to check out and see what these competitors are doing and what their strategies are. So that is all for right now. Maybe I'll do another one of these streams if I catch another one of these games going on. Luckily, I had the time and I happened to be right here when they announced it, so that's great. Anyway, go check out the description below to check all things tax, specifically the tax Discord server, which is where you can find people to play online all over the world. So any time zone really works out, some better than others. Australia, not too many players from there, a few, but not a ton. Anyway, go on there. Also, the Discord is where you can play people asynchronously. That's right, correspondence games, where you don't have a time limit and you can play one game a day, or one move a day, sorry, and just take your time on all these and really go into in-depth and analyze. Or if you just only have a couple minutes a day to play some tax, so that would be a good way to do that. Anyway, that is all. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great day and happy tacking.